স্টার্ট
on
করেছো?
this computer. এই শুরু করলাম। হ্যাঁ, okay, so welcome to, I believe this is the fourth Bangla class for our young, our teens, young adults, and the young at heart. what what are we going to do today? We're going to start with our Kobi pronam. কিছুদিন আগে রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুরের জন্মদিন ছিল। উনি আমাদের বাংলার গর্ব। কবি প্রণাম দিয়ে শুরু করব। আমরা we are learning vowels and consonants. আমরা vowels শিখেছি, বাংলা vowels. I'm going to go over review করব কারণ অনেকেই মিস করেছে। রিভিউ করে তারপরে we will play a Kahoot. It's a game. Then we are going to go to the first set of consonants and then finish up as usual with a little history of Bengal. So, moving on. আমি এটা slide show form-এ নিচ্ছি, but I will have to go in and out. So, okay. So this is a picture of Rabindranath Tagore, a younger Rabindranath Tagore, and we chose to start today's class with a tribute to him. He was born on May 7th.
Are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yes.
We can see it.
Okay.
Are you having issues? Are you not being able to see?
Yeah, that's probably okay. I'll go in and out.
We can see it.
Okay, there is Sue. So, yeah. Hello, Sue. So a tribute to Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore. Yes, he is called the poet leader, poet king, however you want to think about it. Rabindranath Tagore was born on May 7th, 1861 and died on August 7th, 1941, before India had its independence. He is our first Nobel laureate from India, from Bengal, I would like to add. He was a poet, not just a poet, writer, playwright, composer, philosopher, social reformer, and painter during the age of Bengal Renaissance. So just like European Renaissance হয়েছিল, বেঙ্গলেরও একটা সময় we had a huge growth in literature, art. Women rose up during that time, and it was early 20th century. So সেই সময় Rabindranath Tagore was one of the most prominent leaders of that movement. And he truly, why we are so proud of him, because he ushered us into the world stage. And অনেকে বলে যে Bengal, West Bengal, and I'm very proud to say this, is the center of intellect in India. He is one of the biggest reasons. He forever changed the architecture of Bengali literature, music, art, and culture. He's our face to the world. So that is why we start with a tribute to him. Okay. So how do you know? And I found out a really good piece of information, and I might ask Indranidhi to elaborate on it. About this. So if anybody has anything they remember or know about Rabindranath Tagore, go ahead and say it. I know people listen to Rabindra Sangeet at home.
He had like his university or just like home in Shantiniketan.
Yeah, wow, great, thank you. Did you visit there?
No, not yet. But I think Sue has, right?
Yeah.
Oh, how was it?
It was nice. It's like the area is really peaceful, and the university there, like there's like I liked the like access to the literature there, but there was also a lot of like local art there too. So
Shantiniketan, House of Peace. So yeah, that's you said it was peaceful. Thank you for sharing, both of you. Indranidhi, when we were together yesterday, incidentally, it was our first vendor event, only Bengali's first vendor event we went to. And Indranidhi shared a very, I had no idea that, of course, Rabindranath Tagore wrote our national anthem. We all know Jana Gana Mana, but there are some
হ্যাঁ,
other pieces to that.
রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুরের আমরা তো জানি বাংলাদেশ আর ইন্ডিয়ার ন্যাশনাল অ্যান্থেমটা by Rabindranath Tagore. I just read the Sri Lanka also was written by the Tamil author, poet, I forgot the name, but the theme was by Tagore. And this is really, really new one. I did not know that. So 3 of them were written by Rabindranath Tagore.
So
3
in
anthem,
fact,
national
yeah,
anthem, yeah. And another thing I just read, like 2 countries in the world, they have 2 national anthem. One is Netherlands and one is, I believe, New Zealand. They have 2 national anthems. The theme was the same. Like, yeah.
thank you for
Thank you.
that. I did not know
Can
that.
I add one trivia?
Yeah, go.
Okay. So many of you know already that Rabindranath Tagore was the first Nobel laureate from India and possibly Asia. Asia, yes. But there was the British conferred the Sir title to him. You get the CBE or whatever, the Sir title to him. But he gave up that title in a protest to the massacre that General Dyer, the Jallianwala Bagh massacre in 1913. No, 1913 is when he won the Nobel, right?
1913, 1913.
Yeah, but Jallianwala Bagh massacre was a huge massacre done by General Dyer and his British troops in a peaceful prayer of the Punjabis, and they were killed indiscriminately. And in the protest to this killing, Rabindranath Tagore did not accept his knighthood.
ওই যে ওই গানটা যে এই মণিহার আমায় নাহি সাজে, that is, you may have heard, it's like এই মণিহার আমায় nahi saje. I am not the best Rabindra Sangeet person. If I made any mistakes, sorry to Kavi Guru Rabindranath, but that's the song he sang. At that stage, he did not want to accept that.
But everybody has right to sing.
Okay, thanks for that support.
I
Okay.
do remember doing a report actually on Rabindranath Tagore. And like there were a couple of things, but I think one of the things I had to focus on because of personal interest was because he truly was a very accomplished composer. Like he created thousands of songs, like literally thousands, which is I can't imagine having that type of creative prowess. But yeah, no, created over
About
yeah,
6,000.
2,230 songs, which is 2,230 more than I could ever imagine creating. Still very
Correct.
And Rohan, if you read his life history, it's so sad. He lost his wife, he lost his son, he lost his daughter, everybody.
So, কিন্তু sometimes, the greatest successes, and I say this with a lot of respect, brings out the greatest sadnesses, also brings out our biggest accomplishments or successes. So maybe there is something to say about that, the most profound sadness that anybody can experience. But he shared he gave his all, right? What we still talk about him and his accomplishments. He lost his family, he lost the people he loved most, but he educated a generation or generations, right? So
Actually,
that
when you talk about education and the university he created, the Shantiniketan, the university, Vishwabharati he actually created the school, Vishwabharati, to teach his own children. He didn't visualize it, but as a huge university as it is today, an international university, he wanted to teach his students, his own children within nature. That was the concept, that not in institutional learning at a school, because he detested that himself. He did not enjoy when he was sent to school. And so his concept was children flourished in nature. And that's why he created that school to teach his own children and his family and his greater family. But today it is recognized as an international university. But the whole concept, and when you visit there, you see still reminiscence of, the school, the classes that are held outside in nature, and Amrakunjo and all of that. So
It's
Shakuntala.
like an ashram.
yeah. We had a field trip there as a child. I remember going on a field trip to Shantiniketan as a child. And one thing I don't remember a lot from my childhood. I do remember this, that the teacher was teaching under the tree and the person who had not done his homework was sitting outside in the sun. I remember that detail. So from Shantiniketan. But it is truly, somebody who experienced such profound loss was able to turn that loss into something so meaningful, something so profound for the entire world. So, okay. So pulling it back. Acha, Banglate, I'm mixing Bengali and English, I know. Banglate, there are 50 letters in all in the alphabet. তার মধ্যে 11 vowels. The vowels are called স্বরবর্ণস. And in our last class, we studied the স্বরবর্ণস. And you will see এটা একটা picture, একটা মানে from the internet থেকে নেওয়া, and you will see এখানে তোমরা যখন স্কুলে শিখেছো, আমি পড়াই এখন, and I know that এগুলো long vowel short vowel হিসেবে লেখা হয়েছে. This is a picture, I have nothing to do with it, but these are not really correct. Like they make আমাদের vowel যে একটা inherent vowel আছে, যখন এই vowel sound গুলো আমরা শিখি, phonics, যে Bengali is a phonetic language, not necessarily the combination of the long vowels or you see here are correct. অনেক সময় digraph, trigraph এই sound গুলো আসে. So I'm going to go over quickly. This is a a, হর্ষই, হর্ষ, the concept was short e, long e, but not necessarily it sounds like a short I. হর্ষই, দীর্ঘই, হর্ষৌ, দীর্ঘৌ, a, oi, a diphthong, oi, making the oi sound, o, second diphthong, and ri. Originally, there was another one, li. So this has been condensed, and this is now the vowel system. Acha. This is courtesy from Wikipedia. এখনই বললাম যে vowels are phonetic. So if we can read the vowels and know their sounds, তোমরা, Justina, you had spoken to me about being able to read the signs and all that, and that's the thought in mind when I started this class. যে যদি এই sound গুলো জানো and or letter গুলো জানো and you know what sound they make, you can put it together just like you do in English and read the whole word, read the text. So the sounds are classified. The letters are classified by sound. Sorry, letters are classified by sounds. Guttural sounds, or it comes from the back of the throat. So how they are classified? where your tongue placement or how your mouth is moving when you say these, right? So or is a guttural sound. If you say the sounds or you will see this part of your mouth, this part is moving. Talobo, the hoshoi dirghoi, palatal. Your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth. That is palatal sound. Okay? Hoshoi dirghoi, your tongue is touching the palate. Oshto হচ্ছে labial sound, lips, okay? U, O. So both your lips are working to produce that sound, labial sound. The next classification is retroflex sounds. Retroflex sounds are sounds where your lip, and I'm sorry, my reading specialist voice is coming out. Your lip is curled completely inside your mouth to make those sounds. Re. So if you make that sound, your lip is curled up, touching the roof of your mouth. It's a retroflex. Okay. And these are not there, but you'll see it in the consonants, like the letter N in English, donto, dental. So these are the extinct sounds in the vowels. We don't use these anymore, but there are dental sounds. And also, yeah, A, O, because they are diphthongs, they are made by a combination of two vowels, O and I, the O, I, the sounds. They also combine the both parts, the palatal and the guttural, or the labial and the guttural. So these are the Shoroborn. So I'm going to go over with you real quick. My Shoroborn packet. So because I told you I will give you we'll play a quick game. So here are they, and you will see some of them have that matra, some of them don't. Please tell me you can see them. Can you see them?
Yes. Well,
Good, thank you. Ah. Okay. Pay attention to the sounds because they will be in that little game we play. E. Hoshoi. Dirghoi. Hoshou. Dirghou. Re, notice re doesn't have a full matra. A, no matra at all. Oi, the diphthong, no matra at all. O, no matra either. O, no matra. Okay, so some of these vowels here. So with that being said, get out your smartphones. We will play the game. I am sure you have played Kahoot at some point of time. If you have not, I will tell you. So this might be a little hard, but the QR code is there. Go to this website, www.kahoot.it. And I will give you the game pin in a minute. Okay, once you're at the website, tell me you're ready. Everybody can play.
I think I'm in. It's already starting. Okay.
No,
এটা ভালো
don't put
করেছো,
the
ববি।
code. Don't put the code. Don't put the practice code.
হ্যাঁ, এটা ভালো করেছে।
That's-
প্র্যাকটিসটা লিখে দিয়ে আগের ক্লাসে এই প্র্যাকটিসটা তুমি লেখো দিও। ওই জন্য
That is
দেরি
the
হয়ে
practice.
গেছে।
Don't use that code. We will not be in that game. So get out of there and just go to kahoot.it. Okay? Just go there. And I'm going to host it live here. I don't know if you can see. Can you see the Kahoot screen?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. I am going to start the game and it's going to generate a game pin. So put that game pin. There is the pin. RC. I don't need the uniform. Okay. Okay, Patharulidi Inanidi, are you playing? Or should I start?
No, because I'm using the same phone.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, Inanidi, I'm going to start then, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So you are just the question is going to pop out here. All you are going to see are 4 colors on your screen and just hit that color, whatever answer you think it is. How many letters are there in the Bengali alphabet? Clue, this is an outdated alphabet. Woohoo! Okay then. Moving on. How many shorobornos, vowels, are there in the Bengali alphabet? Okay, moving on. Whoa. How many Benjan Bornos or consonants are there in the Bengali alphabet? What is the
It
first
seems like
letter
Sue
of
maybe kind
what is the first letter of the Bengali vowels? Oh, what? Mickey, you were saying something. Can you repeat it?
it seems like Sue dropped out from the thing.
Oh, really?
I did.
No, she's there.
Isn't that the? You said you
No,
got
she.
kicked out.
No, she.
I got kicked out and then now I'm back in.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Okay. Okay. Next one. What is the name of this vowel? This is A, like AY, like day, say, A. Now, this is a trick question. Which vowel comes before A? Yeah, this is re. Okay. What sound does this vowel make? That one is called oi, that is the diphthong. So as in noise,
Oh, yes.
not oi or ow or ow. So that's okay. Next one. What is the name of this letter? Sound the squeak. Oh, okay. What confused? It is okay. This is dirgho u, and the sound is as in fruit. U. This one is a, and this one is long u. This one is a long u. So I'm trying to connect between what you know, your English phonics and your Bengali phonics. Last one. What is the first Benjan Born, the first letter of the Benjan Born? Oh my. Round of applause.
Wow. Good job.
Absolutely. Very good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Juhi. Okay, now. Okay, this one didn't stop yet. Okay. I'm going to have this part out. Okay, share screen. I'm going to go here. Okay. I'm going to go back to the slideshow. Okay. Good job. Thank you for being a good sport, everyone. Here is a practice. I think I have it until the end of May. You can practice if you want. The key of Kahoot is the speed, how fast you can enter your answer. Acha. Oh, why did I write? Okay. Mistake. আচ্ছা 11টা স্বরবর্ণ vowels শেখা হয়েছে. Now it's time for doing the 39 consonants, not 40. And just like the vowels, Benjan Borno is 5 kinds and divided by sounds. Have a writing utensil and something ready so we can practice writing. Okay. So here are they. Once again, the guttural sounds, there are all of them. This is a chart from Wikipedia. Guttural sounds. Today we are going to focus on these guttural sounds. Notice that ko, ko, go, gho, ungo, they are all in alphabetical order. Now this ho guy is all the way at the end of the alphabet, but it is also a guttural consonant. And we will do these in the weeks to follow. Now, এখানে aspiration ও আছে, অল্প প্রাণ বা মহাপ্রাণ. What it just means, like when I'm saying ko, ko. When I say the next one, ko, I almost have an extra puff of air coming through when I say this one. So that is the aspirated sound. Once again, go, unaspirated, Gha is aspirated. Onga, unaspirated. The ha is aspirated. Now, as once again, guttural sounds are made from the back of our throat. Okay. So please get a paper and pencil or whatever it is you would like to write with. I have this handy dandy thing. Okay. আচ্ছা, আজকের guttural consonants কণ্ঠবর্ণ ক, খ, গ, ঘ, ঙ, আর হ. Notice that ko, gha, and ha have the matras, right? The matras are once again that line that connects the letters. I don't, please tell me if you can see my writing.
Yes.
So I'm going to write ko. Ko sounds like as in cake. Ko. So how do we make ko? We are going to make a matra at the top and make a triangle like this and give it a nice little ear. There is my ko. Okay. It's okay. And তোমরা যখন কলকাতায় গেছো, কলকাতা starts of course with ক. কলকাতায় অনেক কাকও দেখা যায়. Right? You wake up to the sounds of the cock. That's ক. You're laughing. It is true. Okay. So let's, if you want to share with your friends here, you can share your cause. You don't have to. Next one
Wait,
is
I can't see it, Mommy.
কি শুনতে পাচ্ছিস না বাবা?
না দেখতে পাচ্ছিলাম না। ও
আচ্ছা।
আবার করলে?
না আবার লিখলাম। লিখছি এখন, লেখা প্র্যাকটিস করছি।
Yeah. Are the two the same? The two?
Which one? This one and this
The
one?
two that, no, the two that you wrote.
হ্যাঁ, দুটো দুবার লিখেছে
দুটো
একই
একই।
লেটার।
আমি
Oh.
দুবার লিখেছি রে, দুবার
Okay,
লিখেছি। হ্যাঁ। Thank you for being such good students. I'm going to find my eraser so I can go. কলকাতায় গেলে অনেক কাক দেখা যায়। Now, you are noticing like when they make, for example, you know, ka, of course, is not going to make ka, kak. You have to add something else to make that sound, but that is, I'm going to teach you all of that as we go on, move on. Those are those marks that we add to create the words. Okay. Now we're just learning the letters and the sounds. The next letter and sound is kha. Notice when kha is made, it doesn't have a full matra. So, making my kha. Seem to have lost my eraser. So, kha, I am going to start here, go up, and the matra is only in part, like that. It is the K you say with the puff of air, like khorgosh.
খুশি খিকি
Khushi. Khushi. Khayal.
Abu.
Abo.
খিচুড়ি
হ্যাঁ
খিচুড়ি
খিচুড়ি, হ্যাঁ
খিচুনি
খিচুড়ি। আমি কি ঠিক মতো শুনছি? Okay.
হ্যাঁ শুনছো, আমি খিচুড়ি বলেছি আর খিচুনিও বলেছি।
হ্যাঁ খিচুনি অনেক সময় খেতে হতো আমাদের স্কুলে, যদি না ক আর খ ভালো করে লিখতাম। Okay, moving on. Do you know, guys, do you know what খিচুনি is?
I know what
He'll let you.
khichdi is. I
He'll
know
let
what
you.
that was.
Yeah, your mom didn't do it, Rohan. I believe 1,000 times.
No, mom did not give you any khichuni when she got mad?
Oh, like yelling.
Yeah. I am
Oh, well,
sure
that
that
Yes.
maybe
my
happens.
mom. Oh, yes. No, Rohan, your mom never did khichuni, right?
Yeah, sure, we can go with that.
Next one, go only partly has a matra, unaspirated, like girl, as opposed to gha, aspirated when you say ghora. So goru, unaspirated, ghora, aspirated. So let us first write the go. Part matra. And then the
Is
gha.
Can you do that again? I missed it.
is it supposed to be like, so do you do like the little circle and then the U, or is it just like
তুমি
on
যখন
the
লিখছো দেখা যাচ্ছে না
ও আচ্ছা,
লেখাটা
দেখা যাচ্ছে
পাঠের
না।
জন্য ওরা বুঝতে পারছে না
ও
কোত্থেকে
আচ্ছা
স্টার্ট
আচ্ছা,
করতে
ঠিক আছে, দাঁড়াও, আমি চেষ্টা করছি। ওকে, লেট মি সি, ট্রাই। ওকে, দেখো তো এখন, is it better as I'm writing it? I'm trying. Okay, so
না
I'm going to start.
সাইজটা দেখা যাচ্ছে না না ইয়েস ইয়েস ইয়েস
Okay, so I'm going to stand up. Okay, so I'm going to start here. Now my writing is bad. Go. I started here and there.
So when you're writing, you know how in
Mhm.
English they always teach you to like start from the top?
Top, yeah.
Bangla,
No,
like
it's not necessary. Yeah.
you
So,
start from the middle, or is it
yeah.
like not a hard rule?
No, there is no in Bangla. I mean, you kind of start like my writing. You write it differently. I always put that matra, you know,
Hmm.
because in Hindi we learned Hindi also in school, and that one came first.
and matra
My
goes from
Bangla
left to
writing,
right
yeah, and you
matra goes from left to right
right, huh? And then I write it this way. It doesn't always. I know what you mean when you write ga, right? But in English, you're saying it's from the top. In English, how we taught it in school, I don't know. We taught tree line, grass line. I can remember elementary school I've taught a while ago, but we did the 3 lines plain. Oh, now I remember, plain line, skyline, tree line, grass line, something like that. So these letters, if you look at it that way, I think it starts at the skyline, goes up to the plain line, goes down to the tree line. If I was going to teach like that, that's how it would be. It starts here at the middle.
যেখানে মাত্রা আছে ববি, সেখানে আগে মাত্রাটা স্টার্ট করতে হবে, যেখানে মাত্রা
তারপরে
পরে দিতে হবে, ছোট মাত্রা সেটা পরে দিতে হবে।
acha. So, okay. So Indranidhi just did a better explanation. If you have a matra, like gha has a matra, so the matra goes from left to right and then make the letter. But I think what you were asking, Juhi, does it always start at the top? The answer is no.
Yeah.
I think this one, the ga starts in the middle. Is that what you were asking?
Yes, but the
Yeah.
matra thing's helpful too.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. There are so many components. Are we good with ga and gha?
I like the idea, Ronita, when you say this skyline, tree line, grass line, that is completely understandable where to start
Oh,
and
acha,
where to finish.
acha.
হ্যাঁ, ওরা বেশি
এখান-
ভালো বুঝতে পারবে এটা।
এটা না এটা আমরা I don't there is a program called Wilson's Foundations that is taught in schools to very young children, and this is the plain line, the top one, and this is, so I can teach it to you that way. This is yeah, plain line. Is it the skyline? Plain line, yeah, the plane goes under the sky. Skyline, plain line, tree line, and grass line. Because some letters in English, like P, goes all the way down to the grass line. So would that be easier if I referred to it that way?
Yes.
Okay, so the topmost line is the plain line. The line in the middle is our, sorry.
Top
Been
one is skyline.
skyline, plain line, tree line, grass line. Relearning elementary school now, having taught middle school for a few years. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next one. Okay. This one is like the NG sound, as in ring, king, ungo. Okay, these until this ungo was it was in order. Now, ho is not in order, not in alphabetical order. It comes way down. It is actually number 43 in the alphabet. Okay, so ungo doesn't have a matra. So we are going to start up here at the skyline. This is not writing. I need a newer marker. Okay, so unga, let us start, no matra. So let us start at the skyline, kind of make a ring. I hope you can see. Go down to the plain line. Come down to the tree line and go all the way up to over this plain line.
What is this called again?
Ungo. Right? কথাগুলি দিয়ে আমি ঠিক বলছি?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
bang.
Bang.
ও দিয়ে কোনো ওয়ার্ড স্টার্ট হয় না, এটাই দ্য ডিফারেন্স।
Oh,
আচ্ছা।
like আবার slowly বলতে পারবে?
এইটা এই উঙটা নাকি সবগুলো?
Pronunciation-টা।
উঙ।
Ungo.
Yes.
উঙ।
Oh.
Like, okay, আচ্ছা মুনি, এই যে এনজি সাউন্ড হয় না যেটা রিং এ, রিং, right? You just are putting another u in front of it. So ungo.
Like bang, frog.
Frog, bang. The last guttural consonant for today is ho. Ho has a matra. So we are going to start left to right, make the matra. Then I see a little line here, tiny thing. Make a dot, a pronounced dot. Okay. Go down to the, I'm reteaching my elementary skills again. Okay. Go down to the plain line, come down all the way here, and then I'm going to pull it all the way down to the grass line. Right here. Oh.
It's almost like two. English
Yeah,
two.
almost like a two with kind of, yeah.
So would this go under the line? Like, would you pull this down?
Yeah. Perfect. That looks good. That looks really good. Perfect. Oh, that looks really good. Right. That looks really, really good. Okay. So I'm going to show you the flashcards I have. So once again, here is ko. Okay, there is your ko, like Kolkata or Kak.
I have a fun joke here. Can I share it?
হ্যাঁ, নিশ্চয়ই নিশ্চয়ই।
পাশের বাড়িতে কলকাতার পাশের বাড়িতে আওয়াজ আসছে। Do you understand? Somebody is screaming from the next door.
Hmm.
হ্যাঁ,
Like lama lama ঠাইলা তোল গুটুলি পাকাইয়া পুটুলি দে, মানে নামা নামা ঠেলে তোল গোল করে পাকিয়ে পুটলি দে। That is ক. If you go like after matra, নামা 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 ঠেলে তোল, এবার গুটুলিটা ওই জিনিসটা, এবার পুটুলি is that one. গুটুলি পাকাইয়া পুটুলি
ও
দে।
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা,
So
এবার বুঝেছি। হ্যাঁ
So
হ্যাঁ।
it was somebody was thinking that an almari or something, some furniture is going up, but actually it was
ও
a
ও
lesson
আচ্ছা
for
আচ্ছা, বাহ।
writing poem.
কিন্তু এরম ভাবেই কিন্তু আমরা যখন খুব বাচ্চাদের শেখানো হয়, গো ডাউন দ্য প্লেন
Yeah,
লাইন ডাউন
yeah,
দ্য, একই জিনিস, ইটস দ্য সেম কনসেপ্ট, রাইট?
exactly. So that's what I thought, that the skyline, grassline stuff will work better. Where to
হ্যাঁ
start and where to finish.
হ্যাঁ। নেক্সট ওয়ান, খ। এটা শিখলাম আজকে, উইদাউট মাত্রা। তারপরে গ, unaspirated, পার্ট মাত্রা again. ঘ, aspirated, ফুল মাত্রা। উঙ, পার্ট মাত্রা। And way down the alphabet, number 43, হ, aspirated, matra. So that was good. I am going to stop talking now because I believe it is Mashi's time now to give you a little bit of history. Anybody have any questions about today's guttural consonants? Hello? Anybody there?
No.
No, we're good. Okay. Mampi, are you there?
আমার একটা রিকোয়েস্ট আছে ববি,
হ্যাঁ বলো।
সবাই যদি এই যেখানে পার্টিসিপেন্ট আছে ওরা যদি লার্ন করে ওদের নামটা কি করে লেখে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, সেটাতে তো ডেফিনেটলি আসবো, কিন্তু আমি ভাবছিলাম
যদি
যে
আগে থেকে
হ্যাঁ, যদি লেটার গুলো সব শিখে যায়, তারপরে ধরো জুহি, তাহলে জুহির নামের প্রথম লেটার কি হবে যদি ওরা জানে জ, তখন ওরা নিজেরাই লিখতে পারবে, রাইট? এইগুলো যদি জানে।
Yes, yes,
তারপরে যখন মাত্রাগুলো শেখা হবে, হর্ষইকার
হ্যাঁ
দীর্ঘইকার, ওগুলো
হ্যাঁ
then they
ওইটাতে
can read
ইন্টারেস্টটা
and write.
বেশি আসে, আমার নামটা আমি কি করে লিখবো সেটাই আমরা
হ্যাঁ
শিখেছিলাম প্রথমে।
হ্যাঁ। তো জুহি যখন নেক্সট টাইম আমরা যখন প্যালাটাল গুলো শিখবো, জ আসবে, হ অলরেডি জানি। হ্যাঁ, তাহলে জ, হ হয়, কিন্তু জুহিতে হর্ষকার আছে, আবার হর্ষইও আছে, রাইট? ওগুলোকে শেখানো সব একসাথে, তারপরে ওরা নিজেদের নাম নিজেরাই লিখতে পারবে। দ্যাট ওয়াজ মাই থট। But if you want to do it different, if they want it a different way, I can do that too. They are all adults.
এগুলোর প্র্যাকটিস লাইক ওয়ার্কশিট বা কিছু পাওয়া যায়?
I am sure there is. I can also make one for you if that's what you want. I can make one for you.
Yeah, I think there should be.
Yeah, and there should be, definitely. There is a lot of things from Bangladesh that, they make a lot of these things actually. There is not a lot of that from India, and you can practice if that helps you. You can practice. The only thing I will say that they pronounce their letters a little bit differently than we do. That's the only thing. The pronunciation
Dialect.
is
Dialect.
because of their how they say their words, right? The dialect is different, so the pronunciation is different. So it might be
Yeah.
confusing sometimes. That's all. But yeah, of course they do.
Is
The one
difference
thing,
between It's difference between Spanish and Mexican. They both speak Spanish, but
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just the how they
More
say
the
it.
regional dialects.
But the one thing, Bangladeshis, I am going to give them credit where it's due. They do practice their language and they do try to preserve their culture a lot more than we do in West Bengal, I think.
I mean, they
That
were
is
formed based on
based
language,
on
right?
that. Yes. So,
The country was formed based on the demand for language to be
And their
the
official
dominant
language,
ethnic
and their official language is Bengali.
Bengali, yes.
right.
Yeah, because I
I
have
will.
seen a lot of Bangladeshi immigrants here. They're even physicians I have seen on their physician documents, they will sign in Bengali because your signature, it has nothing to do with language. Your signature is your signature. So even on bank, on credit cards, I have seen people use
Oh,
like,
wow.
yes, and physicians especially, when they sign physician documents, they use Bengali. I have seen that.
Oh, wow. Good
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Should I keep this slideshow on, Ranita, or should I
You can
share
turn the next
the next one? Is
next
it there?
slide.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Here or more?
এক মিনিট আমরা এটা বলে নিই যে
আচ্ছা,
আজকের
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক
গল্প,
আছে।
আজকের হিস্ট্রি ইন বেঙ্গলি উই কল ইট ইতিহাস। তো আজকের ইতিহাসের গল্প আমরা কি করব যে আমাদের টুডে উইল টক অ্যাবাউট the Bengali history between the time 6th century to 13th century C. So now we are talking about the timeline, right? We have talked about the area that is Bengal. We have talked about the Bengali calendar. Now we are talking about the timeline. Didi, can you move it to the next slide? So last ক্লাসে আমরা যখন বলেছিলাম তখন আমরা বেঙ্গলি ক্যালেন্ডারটাকে ডিসকাস করেছিলাম and we started with the origin of the Bengali calendar, which coincides with the first ruler of United Bengal, right? So Shashanko, we all know, we have discussed in last class, Shashanko was the first ruler of United Bengal, and his reign started 594 BC. And that's the start of the Bengali calendar. So Shashanko, how do we even come to know about Shashanko? There are two scriptures found in the Rohtashgarh fort. If many of you are interested to travel, right? If anyone here interested to travel throughout India, and if you happen to go to Bihar, there is a place called Rohtashgarh. In a Rohtashgarh fort, there are two inscriptions that mention Shashanko, who was the first ruler of Bengal. And I call Shashanko a ruler instead of a king, because there is some controversy whether he was a king or if he was a chieftain. So in the Rohtashgarh fort scripture, he's called a Mahashamanta. Shamanta is a chieftain. So there are conflicting information all the places, right? We mentioned last class, we already had started with two names. In some places he's called Shashanko, in some places he's called Narendra Gupta from the Gupta dynasty. So, and then the other places that we see reminiscences of Shashanko's reign, we have gold and copper coins that were found in the belt that is Orissa, Bihar, and Patna and all these. And then we also find documented history of Shashanka in the writings that were written by Banabhatta, who was a Buddhist historian at that point of time. And the most importantly, we found documentation left by 7th century Chinese scholar to the Nalanda University, who's Hun Chang. And both Hun Chang and Banabhatta wrote extensively. During Shashanka's rule, it's said to be that trade flourished, and evidence is seen. Again, if you go to Medinipur district of Bengal, a lot of people, you travel to different, as I saw, Sue, you have traveled to Shantiniketan, or Juhi, you have traveled to Kolkata and many other places. Rohan, you have traveled to Kolkata. So if you if you ever go to Medinipur, there is still a place called Tomluk. Tomluk at that point of time was Tamrolipto. And that was the first port that was created in Bengal, in the coastal areas of Bengal. And Shashanka, back at that time, in the 6th century, he created that port. So trade flourished, and then education flourished. Nalanda University was gaining strength. However, both Bana Bhatta and Huensang documents that Shashanka was a Hindu ruler, right? And he really suppressed the Buddhist missionary, the people who followed Buddhist religion. And Huensang even went to write that the Bodhi tree at Bodh Gaya was actually destroyed by Shashanka. Now, whether there are controversies about this. And so why is there a controversy about this? Because even though Huensang wrote about the plunders that Shashanka did on Buddhists, but there was documented, Nalanda was prospering. There were many other monasteries that were prospering. There were literature there. So there's a controversy whether that's what Huensang wrote was 100% true. So, but Shashanka definitely had left his mark on the Bengal, in the history of Bengal. But after Shashanka dies, we see anarchy coming, and there's a period of anarchy, and then comes the Pala dynasty. Pala dynasty is known to be the golden era of Bengali history. And Palas actually, let me go back and bring a couple of things that really happened during the time. There was an expansion of the empire. So there was, Palas moved westwards towards, their capital was Pataliputra. They spread out to even Madhya Pradesh and Assam. They started international trade, the Palas. Education prospered, and they opened a new university, Vikramshila. If you ever travel again to Bihar, Vikramshila University is again a historical site that you may visit. The other key feature is that the first Bengali literature, the first form of Bengali literature, started at during the Pala reign. That was Chorjapad. The Chorjapad was written in a language which is a mixture of Odia, Assamese, and Odia, Assamese, and Maithili, and it's very different from the Bengali that we speak today. So Palas reigned from the 8th century to almost the 12th century. But after the Palas, again, an anarchy came up, and just to say, Palas were they were known to be the Bengalis. They were the first ones who were purely Bengali. They were people from the soil. But after they fell, people from outside came in, and the Senas came in. There you will see the timeline is conflicting. 1162 is the end of the Pala dynasty, but the Sena dynasty starts almost at 1070 because there is an overlap. When the Senas came, the first Senas came, and they were working for the Pala dynasty. They were soldiers there, but slowly they encroached into the Palas and removed the Palas and took over. So they actually they were outsiders and came from South India. And then they took over. So, and they ruled through 1230. So very interesting history. And the one thing what I see is that there is a period of prosperity and there is a period of anarchy. There is a period of prosperity and there is a, so it almost seems like we can see a trend going up and down, which I also, you go up to modern day times and you will see that trend. That was like, I was like something interesting that I wanted to point out. Is
But
like,
it's in any nation's history, I think you see the upheavals and that.
yeah, so that's that's pretty much the Shashanka Pala Sena. Those are the rulers between that period. So I just wanted to, this is a little bit of history.
Moving on, should we
Just
move on?
just to let you know, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Today is 19th May in 1961. আসামে ভাষা আন্দোলন হয়েছিল বাংলা ভাষার এবং 11 of the people died for the Bengali to keep Bengali as a language. So today বাংলা মানে 21st আমাদের তো ওটা তো ফেব্রুয়ারি তো আমরা জানি এবং it is well known internationally. This is not, but this happened in India, 19th May 1961. Today.
Oh wow. আমরা ভালো দিনে ক্লাসটা হয়েছে আজকে।
Yeah, and thank you for the good bit of history in the beginning about Rabindranath. That was.
Oh,
I
thank
have
you
a
for
question.
listening.
Yeah.
Like, is there anywhere in West Bengal or Bangladesh even like where there are indigenous people like with roots dating back to these eras?
Actually, Kathakuli, I will let you talk about this because we were discussing. There is a lot of indigenous blood in the Bengali population itself.
Yeah.
They're all tribes, and our origin is very interesting. And even today, there are Rajbangshis in northern
Right.
Bengal. So it's all over the place. There is a lot of different tribes. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we belong to a tribe.
Yeah.
আচ্ছা দেখ এই যে এইটা দেখ জুহি, ইটস ইন্টারেস্টিং ইউ সেড দ্যাট, এন্ড এই যে পাল, সেন, হ্যাঁ আমাদের এর যে যেমন
We
মৌ
can
দিদিদের
yeah.
লাস্ট নেম হচ্ছে সেন, রাইট? সুপর্ণার লাস্ট নেম পাল, হ্যাঁ। সো দে মেবি দেয়ার কুড বি strains of these dynasties. We don't know, right?
No, we don't
Who
know.
has, yeah,
Kathakuli
our
দি, বলো,
history.
তুমি কি বলছিলে?
না আমার এটা নিয়ে কিছু বলছিলাম না।
আচ্ছা।
Yeah, I was
না,
just
তুমি
wondering like,
বলছিলে,
oh sorry.
না,
So go ahead, Juhi. Go ahead,
Just
Stu.
like, how we have like native reservations here, like if that was something set up in the West Bengal
Like you
area.
mean the
Like
indigenous বলতে যেটা টিপিক্যাল যেটা বলা হয়, I think the সাঁওতাল যারা,
yeah,
we have,
yeah.
that is the
Saotal.
indigenous of and I am not very informed on that. If anybody else
Yeah.
wants to speak of that, then speak about it. Indigenous যেটা,
is that
Kathakuli দি,
similar
বলো।
to like
হিস্ট্রি ভালো জানি না।
বাট মুন্ডা, সাঁওতাল, এরকম
হ্যাঁ
অনেক আছে, অনেক আছে।
এগুলো অনেক বেসিক্যালি দ্য ট্রাইবস এখনো যেগুলো আছে সেগুলো রাজবংশী, যেমন ফর শিওর নর্থ ইন্ডিয়াতে, আর অন্য ট্রাইবস গুলো আই থিঙ্ক দে আর মোর ইন্ডিজিনাস। উই হ্যাভ টু Juhi, তো ইউ মেড আ গুড পয়েন্ট, didn't think about it. We will learn, we'll get into it.
And Juhi, I didn't forget your request about the Bengal famine.
yeah.
We will go back to it definitely.
Thanks.
this is
I
really
think Sue was
interesting.
saying something. Sue was saying something, right?
I was just asking if you meant like there's an Instagram page that goes into like South Asian history, and there was a like months ago there was something about like the Dalit community and
Yeah.
and just the areas where there's like settlement there. It sounds like it's more aligned to like what we know of like reservations and like specific protected spaces. So I was just like clarifying if you meant like
Yeah, we
এটা
just said
things that are
we
similar.
just said it's scheduled caste. It's called
দলিত
scheduled
বোধহয়
caste.
ওয়েস্টে বোধহয় I am not really sure, and this is not,
Yeah.
Dalit may be from Maharashtra, that those areas where the Dalits originated from, and that they are a protected indigenous people, like you have more like to like a Cherokee or Iroquois, like I know what you are talking about, but I don't know if Dalit has its roots in West Bengal. I think the Dalit is mostly Maharashtrian.
Yeah, no, I wasn't asked, like I was just saying like if there's an equivalent. When I read about it, it was more like it wasn't other parts, but I was saying like if there was similar like groups that were known, but
Yeah,
I think that's what you were speaking to.
the one that I think correlates most to that is the Shautal, and where the place where we grew up, and Mampi, if you remember, you were very little, but we were raised in a suburb of Kolkata. It's called Durgapur, and there were the Shautali people there, and they are indigenous to West Bengal, and that's all the extent of my knowledge. Yeah.
আন্দামান আর নিকোবরে যে দেখা যায় এত ট্রাইবস, so we should be learning more about them also. আন্দামান নিকোবর যখন বেড়াতে গেছিলাম মানে দেখেছি ওদের খুব প্রোটেক্ট করা হয়, এবং দে হ্যাভ ডিফারেন্ট সিস্টেম। এখনো অনেকে অনেকে মডার্নাইজড হয়েছে, কিন্তু অনেকে জামা কাপড় মিনিমাম, so they're true indigenous people, I guess.
Yeah, and the Dalits are totally different.
Dalits are
I
different.
could be
Thank
wrong,
you.
but it is more a caste system based
Caste
division.
system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just
And it
going to
is-
say that.
Dalit
I
is
looked
like
it
a
up.
scheduled caste or scheduled tribe, and we have
Right.
a reservation for them too, in
Right.
terms
Yeah.
of education, in terms of servicing, service দেওয়ার সময় ওদের একটা রিজার্ভেশন থাকে। মেডিকেল ধরো কোথাও একটা এক্সাম হচ্ছে যেখানে ওরা একটু কম পেলো, মানে they have reservation so that they can come up.
Also ওরা বাংলাটা একটু অন্যরকম করে বলে।
এটা তো dialect,
Right.
তো
dialect.
dialected,
এটা যেটা
regional dialect.
দেখছি,
And they were formerly known as untouchables. That's
right. হ্যাঁ,
how-
এটা কিন্তু দুটো আমার মনে হয় যেটা আমি যে সাঁওতাল বলছি, so the Sautals I don't know, they can also be classified as Dalits, because what I'm reading is the Dalit, the meaning of the term means oppressed, broken, or crushed. It
Dolitu.
doesn't depend on the regional identity. It is an identity based on the caste system, who were referred as Harijans or untouchables. যেটা গান্ধীজি ওদের মনে আছে ইয়ে করতো ওদের, he tried to change that. So
Yeah. And the
so one has a civil one, it's a civil rights thing, right? And these guys, যেটা আমি বলছিলাম সাঁওতাল, that is a completely cultural. So one is a caste based differentiation. So all of these cultural people could be Dalits, but all like the Chautals are indigenous to here, or some other are indigenous to there. So they are indigenous মানেই যে Dalit তা নয়, but Dalit মানেই যে indigenous তা নয়. So the two are different things. So that, as for what am I what I am
Shautal
understanding.
is a tribe.
Yeah.
Dalit is a caste-based division.
The caste
And-
based and the culture based.
And a trivia about Dalits is the Indian Constitution. The father of the Indian Constitution is a Dalit, Dr. Ambedkar. He belonged to the Dalit community.
Yep.
বলছে the introduction of Islam to India from about 13th century CE led to widespread conversions of low caste and untouchable. তখন ওইভাবে ওটা শুরু হয়।
Right.
I have to do a lot more reading
To
on this.
avoid the stigma of untouchability, there was a lot of conversion during this 13th century into Islam, and later when Christianity came, a lot of them took Christianity.
Converted to, হ্যাঁ, কারণ আমাদের তো হিন্দুইজমে তো অনেক রকম ডিসক্রিমিনেশন হয়েছে। হ্যাঁ, 4টে ক্যাস্ট ছিল, রাইট? দ্য ব্রাহ্মণাস, দ্য ক্ষত্রিয়াস, আমাদের যেমন উই আর ক্ষত্রিয়াস, রাইট? ব্যাসু ঠাকুর, তারপরে থাকে হচ্ছে দ্য বিজনেস ক্লাস, হ্যাঁ, and lot of these people, like these people, the Palas, Senas, they are all like, these last names are the business class people, Vaishyas. And then there are the Shudras, who would be like, you know, the untouchables, right? Those
Actually,
are, so it is a caste
actually,
system.
the Tane dynasty that came from Karnataka, they were originally Brahmins, and it is very interesting that they converted into Kshatriyas. They were not originally Kshatriyas, they were Brahmins. And you see, in the 10th century, 11th century, we still have people converting from one caste to another. It
Can you do that?
wasn't a family-based thing. So you see how interesting that is?
এটা কি হয়, কনভার্ট করতে পারে
Of
মানুষে?
course, no, it is not even a conversion. It is supposed to be that way. Whoever takes the profession of a preacher or or a Brahminical leader, that is a Brahmin. It was not by family at all. The concept of the caste was not by family. It was by profession. And so when the Brahmin preachers took up warfare, they now belong to the Kshatriya.
But it doesn't go the other way. The Kshatriya never becomes a Brahmin, even though they teach.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't have an example. I don't know. I'm just
I know.
thinking.
I don't know. I thought you could go between castes, because even if you belong to the Shudra, you could become a Brahmina if you teach. But maybe I'm wrong.
You can theoretically, but I don't see an example set. You are thinking you are, but
that's true.
People won't recognize you that way.
That's true. That's true.
এইবার wrap up করি।
এবার wrap up করো, এদের সবাই
Yeah.
busy, they have kids and stuff. Okay, thank you and listening to all of this, and thank you for participating actively. And I believe the next class is June 23rd. I will definitely will talk before that.
I have a suggestion for this and the book club. Any way you can send out like maybe a Google Calendar invite for them? Like if we give you our emails, do you think you can send that?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
because Facebook is kind of difficult, like with the notifications.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
হ্যাঁ, এটা খুব সুবিধা, আমাদের এক্সারসাইজ ক্লাবে যেমন আছে।
And even we can embed the Zoom on there, I guess.
হ্যাঁ, রিমাইন্ডার দেয়, একটা সুবিধা আছে, রিমাইন্ডার দেয় আমাদের half an hour আগে থেকে।
Yeah. And if you can get, my request is if you can get your other friends in here, that would be helpful for us, spread the word. For example, I'm thinking of Sadaf or somebody who would be interested.
If you, so like what's on Facebook right now, on the Facebook like page, if you post it to stories and make it shareable, we could all share it to our, so a lot of the people that are, I guess, would be in our like demographic, and I know that are not active on Facebook. And so, but being able to like
story.
Oh, the Instagram stories?
Yeah.
Instagram stories. And what should we put?
Yeah, if you make it shareable, then we can repost it to our stories. And so that way it widens the net of people that would have access.
Should we stop recording and then carry on the discussion? Because what do you think?